as time goes by. And when to love. There we go. Hey, we are live. Welcome, everyone. It is Jack Heald, your internet dad, the dad you wish you had. And it is, what is today? Thursday, February 20th, 2020. 2002. There's a lot of twos and zeros in that number. It's time for the afternoon update. But first, let's pause, drink a toast to the beauty of this present precious moment. It's good to be alive. Today's question: how do I know if my relationship is toxic? Do I tough it out or do I get out? I was talking to a guy today about his relationship that he has decided is probably a get out kind of relationship. It's a dead bedroom situation. Dead bedrooms are basically intolerable. If both partners don't want to have sex, fair enough. I would say if you're not having sex, you're not really married, you're just roommates. But that's just my opinion. However, if one partner wants to have sex and the other one doesn't, that's a significant problem. So, does that make your relationship toxic, however? Not necessarily. Let me describe to you the characteristics of a toxic relationship. Not necessarily in any order, but as they come to mind. First of all, if you cannot have a conversation without getting into an argument, you probably have a toxic relationship. If there are certain subjects that you simply cannot talk about at all, you probably have a toxic relationship. If you feel better when you leave your partner, and worse when you come back into their presence, you probably have a toxic relationship. If you are not the person you used to be when you are around your partner, but are the person you know yourself to be when you're not around your partner, you probably have a toxic relationship. Now, I want to differentiate this from the type of relationship where there's one thing that is not working, like sex. This guy, for example, he said, aside from the fact that he wants to have sex and she doesn't, they really get along well. That's not a toxic relationship. That's a dysfunctional one, and one that should be able to be fixed. Now, it's entirely possible that the reason they get along is because they're not talking about the things that one or both cannot talk about, in which case the relationship may become toxic in a hurry. But the biggest difference between a difficult, dysfunctional relationship and a toxic relationship is the things that I described. A toxic relationship actually makes you sick. It is as if you are ingesting poison every time you interact with your partner. That's a toxic relationship. A difficult relationship is one that's more good than bad. A toxic relationship is one that's more bad than good. A toxic relationship tears you down. A relationship that builds you up is not toxic. A toxic relationship is one that is a constant struggle just to keep your head above water. A difficult relationship is one where most of the time, without effort, you're above water, but every now and then you get swamped. So, do you tough it out or do you get out? Well, I understand the difference between a toxic relationship and a difficult relationship. I'm a huge fan of marriage. It's a great institution. It is a tradition that has solved problems that by and large we as a culture have forgotten that we have. However, sometimes the only solution is to get out of a toxic marriage. If you've got any comments or questions, I'd love to hear more from you. I'm Jack Heald, the dad you wish you had. Go ahead and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter.